5-star and T-Bone up in here. Let's get this party started.
Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we the Big Easy Mafia. Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, we the Big Easy Mafia. Stand up, get crunk, make noise. About to go down for a black and gold boys. We ready, jam tight, no bluff. Saints are locked the winter ring, got a handcuff. Beating down your block, Crescent City cloth in the air. Ask me if I'm a fan, I said hell yeah. Big Easy Mafia is what I be.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. We are live in here. We got a good show for y'all, man. Let's talk about it. But without further ado, let me bring in my co-host, the voice of reason. Y'all all know him as the voice. What's up, Dave? How you doing, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man? We getting a little bit of winter weather out here down in the 504, man. My Pelicans got a rare win last night. We got playoff football this weekend. I'm sure we're about to get wild up in here, man.
It should be. And also, we need the stat guy himself, my nephew. What's up, Fernando?
What's happening, gentlemen? I need to figure out with Richie, how long is it going to take me to get on the intro video?
Actually, Shane's working on it as we speak because we got a brand new one coming out. We're going to share with everybody, but I can't tell you. Look, I'll tell you the truth about that. So I bring the hard truth in himself, the Paris prisoner. What's up, Mr. Pancho Gonzalez?
Man, what's going on? We got a dude come in for 2 shows and wants to be on prime time now. Huh? He wants to be on all the commercials. He wants to be on the ads.
He's up on it, man.
Last week he was blank face. You know, I mean, come on now.
He's getting that Zion treatment now in the promotions, man. He's starting to be on every promotion.
Yeah, who got put somebody behind him?
We got to do that. But listen,
Lane
let's
Kiffin.
talk about it. Season in. Look, Tyler Shuck is in the finalists for Rookie of the Year. Much deserving. He's got some good competition. Dave, give us your thoughts on him. What's his chances?
I think it's a 3-team or 3-man race, I should say. I think it's between Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, and Tet McMillan. I mean, McMillan, you can make the case for him, 1,000 yards, best offensive player on a team that made the playoffs. I get that. That's sexy. Jackson Dart, probably the best stats of any rookie quarterback. He had a little more playing time than Tyler Shuck this year. But, man, Shuck's impact the last month of the season, it's tough to argue with. You know what I mean? I mean, what he did, going undefeated in December, the numbers with the lack of weapons, kind of similar to Dart in that regard. Dart didn't have Neighbors. He didn't have Scadaboo. Shuck, was missing Alvin Kamara. There was a different running back basically every week. We were missing Eric McCoy, like we talked about. No Rashid Shaheed. So, I mean, look, to me, it's a 3-man race. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes in any direction. As a Saints fan, obviously I want it to be Shuck. Yeah. But to me, hey, you know what? We've been snubbed by some awards in the past. Drew Brees should have been a 2 or 3-time MVP. So I'm not worried about it. I know what I have in this guy going forward, but I'd say flip a coin with any 3 of those.
Without
guys.
being a home of Pancho, you think he wins it?
It's a close race between him and Teixeira, I believe. I think Teixeira might have a little bit more to bite on. It sucks that it's going to go to a Carolina, like Dave was saying, but Shuck I don't think Dart is in the running for it. I would say he's probably, a distant third, if anything. But Shuck, as of late with the wins, see how much credit it holds on, it's either if he isn't, then the wins really didn't hold a lot of weight. I don't know. If Teixeira wins, it kind of shows you where it's at.
What's your thoughts on it?
Good.
Well, so ever since I've been doing the podcast with you guys, I forget and I go place a bet that Shuck's going to win Rookie of the Year. So I didn't realize how much money I have invested in Shuck in this Rookie of the Year. So I really, really hope he's going to win it. And I went and looked at odds the other day, and it seems like he's fallen down for some reason without any games going on. Like, I don't know what's going on there. But before the Carolina playoff game, he was like either leader or was the Carolina receiver. But I think he's got a good shot. He plays the quarterback position, so hopefully that plays a little bit into it. I think he needs to start playing the media around a little bit and getting out on TV doing some other interviews with some national media stuff. But
I was about to say that. I'm glad you brought that up because I think he's not getting out there with the media and everything, and he's not this guy that's really on too many. I don't think he's on too many major platforms, social media wise. So he doesn't really put himself out there. I know he's been on a couple of podcasts and stuff like that, but as far as putting himself out there like on major networks, I don't think he's doing that.
I
You seen
mean,
anything, Pancho?
it could be a double-edged sword. If you get it, where does your head go with it? Or if you don't get it, does it put something on your shoulder? It just it depends on what type of character he's got. I mean, we haven't heard, like Fernando said, a lot of him. And then I'm pretty sure you don't want your rookies in the media too much, saying too much, unless Shador kind of gets all the media attention. Chuck, he has. I mean, the good thing is his name is in the hat. I mean, that's the best you can ask out of the situation.
Yeah,
I'll say this: if he was starting all year instead of Rattler early on, which like I said, I'm not upset about.
Well, I mean, you can state the obvious.
Well, no, I'm just saying I think he was away with it.
If he started from day one, it could have been really bad and snowballed that way, or it could have been really good and made a clear cut. Maybe him sitting down for these couple games, getting some of that speed in on the sideline might have helped. I think it was, the first couple games wasn't the best thing. You get what I'm saying? So it does. I
think it was good. I think it was good for him to sit on the sidelines for a little bit and kind of see the game and
look, take this.
But listen, before you move on,
following up on that, Richie, we're going to next year's scheduling. I think is one of the easiest schedules, if I'm not mistaken. So that should help out also.
I don't think he needs it. I think the kid going into the off season with a great offensive mind and Kellen Moore, we definitely got. I mean, you can basically see the Eagles clearly missed Kellen Moore on offense this year in the playoffs, so it makes a big difference. And listen, before I go any further, I want to say, everybody, make sure y'all join the Big Easy Mafia, subscribe to them, and like their page. We are their official podcast. I got it up on the screen. Make sure you share and like that. And I want to welcome all the Big Easy people because I can see them. Y'all can't. I can see them. I want to welcome them. Y'all make sure to comment and like the show. Fernando, so Pancho's saying that him not starting the season, you think that affects it?
I think it plays into it. You're gonna have some people out there that think that he just didn't play enough games. I don't believe that. I think he showed enough in the games that he played. But like I said before, I think the position he plays should carry weight for that award, and it usually does.
Right.
And I think if McMillan had a spectacular season, it'd be one thing, but he was okay. He had a chance in the playoffs to really have a good game, and he was decent. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't, he
hit the rookie wall at the end. He definitely did.
Yeah, I'd go as far as to say Jalen Coker looked like the number one in that game.
Why do you think they never give it to a defensive rookie? Because they had some really good defensive rookies this year.
It's a good question. It's like the MVP, right? How many times has the defender won the MVP this century?
It's like we're talking about. It's the positions that carry weight, right? So unless you're going to be a cornerback, or making a bunch of interceptions or something like that, usually it's going to go to an offensive player.
Yeah. So moving on to this past weekend's playoff winners. Anything surprise you guys, Dave? Any team surprise you that going into this week that you think has
I wouldn't say there was a total shocker anywhere. I will say this. I think the Rams kind of played down a little bit to Carolina. I thought they had chances to really open that game up. We all thought that would be like the obvious blowout, right? And it came down to the final, possession basically in that ball game. So I was a little surprised on that. Everything else, I don't know, man. I don't know about you guys. I just wasn't really shocked with anything else besides Carolina hanging in there with the Rams.
I was shocked that, and I'm not just saying this. I think the Texans got a little lucky. Don't get me wrong here. I think the Texans play any other team, they lose that game.
Agree.
The way CJ Stroud played. I'm sorry.
Agree. And the Steelers have to tear it down, Richie, by the way. The Steelers have to tear it down completely.
Yeah.
There are some teams that I don't know, like you saying, the playoffs doesn't seem like it's as dramatic as it, or the buildup is there like in the past years. With the Mahomes being out, and then you got Jalen Hurts out. It's fallen in favor to a couple guys that's been, looking for it. It's just, to me, it's an odd playoffs. there's no blowouts here. You know,
But, I mean,
to me, the
Punch,
Rams are playing
say-
down to the competition. They lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, bro. So I mean,
You make a great point on that, Pancho. I mean, missing them teams that's been in the last couple years. But Andrew, have you checked any ratings or anything? Like, is the playoff ratings down this year? Because Pancho makes a great point there. I don't think the luster's there right now.
well, last week was a show week. But go ahead.
I haven't seen any ratings or anything, but I was going to tell you about the team, and I think that y'all might have been on a different page for me last week, but I thought that the Patriots really surprised me. I didn't think they played anybody really good during the season. We kind of talked about it, but to go in that game and do what they did was, I mean, they changed my mind a little bit.
I mean, they manhandled them. Jesus, that was embarrassing.
The defense looked really good. Yeah.
I never listened. I get they have injuries with the Chargers and everything, but I never thought I would see a Jim Harbaugh team get manhandled like that. That was
To me, the vanilla play calling was on the Chargers side was something else. Didn't stretch the field. I mean, he didn't have much time to throw the ball either. So I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think it was a record in sacks.
Remember their offensive line's been dismantled the whole year. They lost, Alt, who's a tremendous young lineman. They lost, who's the other cat, man? The guy that Slater, Rashawn Slater. They were just dismantled all year in terms of their offensive line. But to me, the thing that bothers me the most about the Chargers is I think they got one of the best young receivers in the league, and Ladd McConkey, who wiped the floor with defenders last year. This year, he ends up with under 800 yards receiving. So if they don't like Ladd McConkey, hey, as a Saints fan, I'll gladly give you some picks for Ladd McConkey.
You think he had a down year, Dave?
Yeah, and I think he's outstanding. I don't think it's anything on his fault. I watched those games, and the way that, like Pancho, alluded to, Greg Roman, the vanilla play calling, they wanted to be so old school in their approach, but yet they were – and to me, I think they overdid Quentin Johnson. I think they overdid Keenan Allen, Gadsden, the tight end. I'm not saying these guys aren't good players. They're complementary players, but your star in that offense is Ladd McConkey. I mean, dude, he puts guys in different zip codes. That's why they call him Ladidi McConkey. This dude is a beast.
Pancho, why do you think
700+ yards receiving? That's like a slap in the face to that guy. That's your biggest playmaker.
Pancho, why do you think we see so many offensive coordinators getting fired?
Because you see in the college, right? You see college scoring 40, 50, in the generation Z, they want to see all offense, but old school likes to see, not everybody wants to see defense shutouts. You want to, there's so much fantasy there, right? You got so much riding in fantasy, or even betting, daily fantasy I'm referring to, and just betting, if the stars aren't there, it takes the fun out the game.
Yeah.
The sexiness, I would call it. You ain't got Pat, and you ain't got Kelsey and Swifty in there right now. You ain't got, you're rolling in there with Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Let me ask you this. Guys, doesn't it feel like a short fuse with coordinators? It's either if you don't produce, you could easily be moved on from, and if you do produce, like say like a Clint Kubiak, now you're staring at a possible head coach.
So well, here you go. So is it the old school NFL white? Big hats wanting to not adapting to the college dual threats anymore? Is it too much gap there? Do you need to take them college coach OCs and bring them up with their QBs?
What up, Ryan? Well, listen,
kind of like Cliff Kingsbury,
Let's get an opinion of a coach himself. What's up? We welcome our coach. What's up, Shane?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight, baby?
Shane Dog.
Been a minute.
Well, listen, we're talking about to catch up on the speed. We're talking about the changes in the coordinator position right now around the league. It's crazy right now. What do you think is accumulating today? That's just crazy.
Well, for me personally, you're always going to have every year your outstanding coordinators that are going to step up and be the high candidates for head coaching jobs, things like that. You take into account this year with Ben Johnson, and then you got Liam Cohen down there in Jacksonville. And when guys come in and they step in immediately and take franchises that honestly, they literally turned the entire trajectory around for those franchises, it's going to make it that much bigger the following season for the coordinator position. It's going to be a highly touted thing. And I think a lot of these teams are seeing how these coordinators and stuff, they're going younger. They're going
Yeah.
younger at the head coaching spot, and they're going more offensive minded.
Ryan said,
You
"How
know.
about them Raiders coaches?"
Hey,
And,
look,
and Shane, speaking about, I just read that there was a college coach. It was a D2 or 3-3, 22 years old that just got a defensive coordinator position. 22.
yeah, I mean, well, you know, you look at it, and I mean, you look at Sean McVay and these guys. Whenever they got their shot, they were young in the NFL to get the opportunity.
I
You
don't think
know,
Sean McVay's even 40 years old yet.
it's crazy, man. It really is. But that's the thing. You get the younger minds and how the game has evolved. You know, they're right there with the evolution of it. You know,
What I don't like about it, Fernando. What I don't like about it is today I see, and I don't know if you've seen it. Arthur Smith is interviewing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coordinating job.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Fernando.
Go ahead.
To me, is it just me, or to me, I don't think Arthur Smith fits today's style offense. Is it just me, or because he's got a boring offense? God,
And I think that's what everybody's looking for, right? Everybody's looking for the next young genius, right? And to your point, Rich, McVay's 39. Feels like he's been in the league
39 years old.
forever.
He's been with the Rams how long now? At least 6 years, huh?
I
Longer than
think 6
that,
or
I
7
think.
now.
Yeah, because they beat us in 2018 in a no-call game.
That,
And
I mean,
but-
that's just.
But, you know, so to go
Go ahead, Pancho.
so Shane, how sexy is it that what there is available 13, 14 head coaching jobs in the NFL this year?
Ain't that
Yeah.
many, Pancho.
Oh, is that man? Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
well,
It's 8
It's a
now.
lot.
It's 8.
Yeah,
I think it's
well,
8. Yeah.
eight's with that's with the
That's with the signing of Harbaugh today.
Oh well, it was 9, 10. Well, I'm saying with that many, I mean, how often, Fernando? I don't use that. How often is that many head coaching availables? You know, head coaching jobs become available each year. Is it Shane? Is that normal 9, 10, or is it fucking normally
There's-
3 or 4?
There's at least 6 to 7 every year. You know, 6 to 7.
Well, let's
But-
throw this out there: the names that are being moved. Is that more significant?
100% it is, in my opinion. So I'm gonna tell you this: the same way that we look at that Joe Burrow draft for quarterbacks, this year is the year for the coaches. You got
Yeah.
the Harbaughs, the Tomlin. I don't think Tomlin's going to coach in 2026, but if he gets a good enough deal, he just may. You know, and I mean, you look at all the other guys too. Brian Flores, you still got Clint Kubiak, all these big names that are good.
Well, Mike
coordinators.
McCarthy talking about old heads talking about coming back and trying, rerunning what he's got.
Yeah. I mean, it's and look, this doesn't mean that this is it, because if Buffalo goes out there and doesn't, get past this week, we could be looking at him on the chopping block. You know what I mean?
Hey, Shane.
He's just not getting it done.
Hey Shane, I know we haven't talked in a while in here, man. You know how I feel about McDermott, man. I called the Ken Dorsey firing years ago. I was ready for that. I've been on a fence with McDermott. You know, Buffalo's kind of like my second team when the Saints are out of it. You know, love Josh Allen. Who would be the guy you think
We
that
know.
would step in Buffalo?
For me, I'm gonna tell you, and it's probably not a favorable coach, but I really, what's his name that was down there in Miami? Mike McDaniels.
McDaniel, interesting.
You know, I think that would be a good pick because of his offensive mind. And, he really did a lot of things for Miami. If you look at how that offense really evolved into what it is or what people thought it would be.
He was
Give that
doomed when
man-
they gave Tua that contract.
Yeah, and you give him a Josh Allen and
Yeah.
watch what he can do.
I do
think
have one
he would be
question.
phenomenal.
So, what Mike McDaniel comes with? The meteor type. He's on the thing of prime time. He's kind of digs.
He ain't in
the
Miami no
glasses.
more.
He pulls his legs up. Do you see him? An organization going after someone like that as a head coach, or does he even go back to being a coordinator? Is that? Where do you think? Does he take that? It looks like he likes the spotlight to me.
He's getting the opportunity to at least interview at head coach. It doesn't mean that somebody's going to hire him. I'm gonna tell you, he would be at the top of my list for offensive coordinator for my team, the Raiders. If it came down to it, You know, I would love to see us go after a Brian Flores and bring in a Mike McDaniel.
I was about to say that. To me, I think Brian Flores would make a great coach, man. I don't know why this guy.
Brian Flores is the man.
Well,
Yeah.
being the Miami connection, is that going to be an issue there?
I mean, it shouldn't be.
He
You're
ain't going
getting
back
paid
to
to coach.
Miami.
Wait,
Brian Flores was at Miami when that whole issue came
Well, I know
on.
that, but I'm saying he ain't going back.
Poncho, listen to this. I just went and looked it up. The since 2023, there have been 33 head coaching firings in the NFL.
Good night.
Yeah.
That is a
I mean, what and like I just said just a minute ago, when you got coaches that step in, like, you know, the Bears and the Patriots even, you know, and these teams are overnight turned around, you know,
Yep.
owners are looking at that too and saying, hey, look, 11-6 ain't cutting it no more. We're
Well,
gonna go.
I think it goes to show the league today, and especially I think the way Jim Harbaugh made John Harbaugh, I'm sorry, made this decision so quick because some people thought he was going to wait. I think it's a big. I think his made his decision easier was having Jackson Dart.
Absolutely.
I think that was a
Oh, yeah.
must on his list to have a young quarterback, and that
And
just
Rich,
shows
you got the edge
how
rushers
much-
too.
That
You
just
know?
shows you how much people don't trust the situation in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
You can have the best running back
Yeah.
in the league. If you ain't got a quarterback to run that, shit, you're in trouble.
Well, Richie, look at it this way too. Atlanta's committed to Penix probably for another year, no matter what. So whatever coach comes in, ownership already made such an investment in Penix. You almost have to deal with that. Like you said, Harbaugh walks right in. You've got Jackson Dart, rookie of the year, hopeful. You got Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterboo, Wan'Dale Robinson. You got edge rushers on the defense with Burns, Abdul Carter. There's a lot to build on. You can have a high pick.
I mean,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
That's
Tyler
like hitting
Shuck
Harbaugh's
could've
like
scared-
hitting the lottery for the Giants fans, in my opinion.
Tyler Shuck could have scared
Yeah.
him away a little bit too. Say, I don't want to deal with that monster in New Orleans for the next 10 years. You know.
Well, also, I mean, look, and you look at what his brother did. His brother went into San Diego. And I'm sorry, San Diego, Los Angeles now, and literally he took that job because the landscape of the job. He had Justin Herbert, young quarterback. He had some good key defensive pieces. You know, he knew he was going to go in, and he drafted phenomenally. The one thing that I like, and I've heard it elsewhere, is one of the big key things when you bring a college coach in to be a head coach of an NFL team is they have the familiarity with all those college kids because they went after them. They've looked at them. They know the ins and outs of them and everything. So it really sets them up for that draft in that next 1 to 2 years.
It's a good point, man. Like you said, Shane, it might not have been somebody they coached at that university, but like you said, they recruited a guy out of high school. They followed that.
And look, college coaches are almost now with the way colleges, you know, look at LSU, the way players are free agents right now.
Yeah.
So college coaches are basically NFL coaches now, right? That was the whole thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that you were either a recruiter and you like that lifestyle and you didn't like the whole money thing and the free agents and all that. But now, I mean, it's kind of the same. So
yeah,
I mean,
really
you can honestly say some of these college kids in the portal are getting paid more than the rookies in the NFL. I mean, come on.
100.
Because they are, Richie. So, and that's the thing that you know, a lot of people say this also. You know, if you're a Carson Beck, yes, by all means, go to Miami, get the $4 million, because when you go to the NFL, it's not your first contract that you're chasing. It's that second one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there's very few of these quarterbacks that are going to get that big payday on that second one.
Well, if you go in the first round, I'm chasing that payday. The first round's guaranteed. You know, like saying Dante Moore is giving away $50 million guaranteed to go chase 5. And I mean, what if it goes south pretty quick there?
Yeah, y'all surprised by that? Because I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised.
I was very surprised with Moore going back to Oregon.
What's up, Renee?
I mean, he was guaranteed top 2 pick. I think we can all agree there.
It was 54. It was $50 million. The last year's pick got 46 guaranteed. Estimated this year would be 50 guaranteed over the 4 years.
So I tell you, who's going to get that 50?
Maybe Fernando,
baby.
Who's the highest pick?
Yeah, I'm sure the Raiders fans are jamming to Albert as we speak, man. I mean, the song is there, man.
Yeah.
You know what's but being so Shane, being that's what's going to happen, it makes a more puts a bullseye on Love to me. I think Love goes higher than where he in the eighth.
I was
Yeah.
worried about Macho.
Are you talking about the running back?
I'm not buying it, y'all. I'm not.
I think Love becomes a premium
don't-
at this point.
Let me
I
ask y'all
hope-
this. Let me ask y'all this. Shane and I talked about this before off the air. Why? Okay, look at the running backs. Okay, so where's Jahmyr Gibbs right now? He's watching TV, right?
Correct.
Bijan Robinson
Yep.
watching
Yep.
TV. Derrick Henry watching TV.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, exactly. So
McCaffrey ain't
best
though.
backs in the league. I would say
McCaffrey
there's
ain't.
3 to 4 definitive top 10 backs that make.
Oh, you jumping on McCaffrey's train now?
So,
Ain't,
to me-
Cook ain't.
No, Cook's not. Cook and Barkley and McCaffrey.
I don't
That's
have-
your
I don't
3
have Cook in
obvious.
my top
Jacobs
5 in
is
the
kind of fringe top 10 at this point in his career. But do you go after? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. This is what I said the whole time. Me and Shane were talking about this on the thing, and we talked about it too, guys, last couple weeks. But if he's Bijan Robinson, you absolutely draft him. If
Yeah.
you're not sold that he's Bijan Robinson, you got guys like Kenneth Walker out there. You got Breece Hall out there. I think Kenneth Walker comes kind of cheap. I heard people talk about Rico Dotto, who I'm not as excited about. But to me, do you look? I mean, there's so many players that's going to be out there. Do you not?
I
look
say Walker comes $8 to $11 million a year. If you're willing to pay 8 to 11
Who?
for Kenneth Walker,
No, he's not getting 11 million.
Yeah, I don't want Walker. Walker's got too much injury history.
I think if they get 5 to 6.
Yeah, I think 5 to 6.
I think he's at
is kinda where
he's at the upper echelon of the free agents.
Breece Hall is going to be the highest paid free agent.
100%.
I mean, but
How did I
y'all
agree?
missing the picture here. They coming. It's pretty obvious they're gonna come back with Kamara next year.
Well,
Well,
look,
see,
let me just throw
I
this
don't know
out
Be
there.
the
about that. I
first
don't know
round
about that.
money that he'd be making anyhow if we drafted him at
Right. And that's the thing. Let me throw this out there, too. As many guys that are drafted in the first round, as the running backs, like you just said, Dave, the Bijans, the Gibbs, and things like that. What about these guys who come in who aren't first rounders, who are more third,
Yeah.
fourth, and fifth rounders, who are great, in my opinion?
But that's
You look
at Shane. You
Yeah,
can
talk
peg
about
that
it.
at any position, though. That's just not running back position.
But I
Running
think
backs is
here's
more plentiful.
I mean, dude, you was on the Genty train, bro. You was on that Genty
here's the,
train.
and
I,
okay, so
100%.
here's the thing.
And I'm
And-
not off of it.
think
and-
Love.
He's
I
a
think
beast.
Love is a bigger body than Genty. I believe.
Bijan's a beast.
Love
You
is
know-
nowhere near Genty's skill level, in my opinion. That's my
There you
opinion.
go.
It's not being a homer. That's just me being real with my opinion.
Here's the thing. and
Now-
I think they
Shane,
kind. Shane, I think they kind of similar. I think Genty's the more skillful guy. I agree
Look,
with
wait,
you.
Fernando, you got? You got something? I think
Shane might be able to answer this better, but my thing is to pick a running back. I think the Saints are in the spot to pick a runner, not the number, but they have the quarterback, they have the 2 tackles, they have the coach. Right. A lot of the times when these running backs go high, they're not going into the best situations, so it takes a lot longer for them to see the value of that running back position.
Yeah,
Correct.
and I agree, Nando. I mean, so if you look at that, also in what I was just saying, just a little bit, if you draft on that line a little bit, and then take a back, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Devin Neal, I love the way he ran the ball.
Yep.
You know, he
Hey,
was what, a
so-
seventh round, seventh round pick?
Estimate look good.
Shane,
Estimate
you
look
can't
good.
roll out there a rookie guard or 2 rookie guards with this offense and expect to move the train. So
But you don't
the
have
thing
to
is,
go through, though, Pete.
You saying you can't get a rookie guard in that first round and what?
No, he's saying 2 rookie guards, right? But why are we getting 2? Why are we not just getting 1?
well, he's saying draft the line, which
Right.
So you
that's what I kind of read
draft a guard
into.
and go sign a veteran.
Right,
To
that's
me,
what I mean.
if you want to move this train, you sign the 2 veteran guards. You draft Love. You draft the receiver at
No,
2 or 3.
you
You draft.
No, you don't.
You-
hold
Yes.
on, Pete. But if you get 2 veteran guards, you're going to eat up all your cap space.
Correct.
100%.
No,
100%, 100%.
They can get cap space pretty easily compared to what
Yeah.
they're doing in the
No,
past.
they can't. To me, like, okay, let's say you get a kid like Proctor out of Alabama. Let's say you go get him. He's projected top 12. Let's say even if you trade back, if you feel there's 3 guards that might go first round from what I'm looking at.
I got news for y'all. Love is falling in the draft.
But okay, but like Shane said, Richie, real quick, Shane, okay, so Genty, and it's not a stab on Genty. I think Genty's going to have a damn good career, but look at what Corey Krosky-Merritt did, who came out of nowhere. Look at Kyle Monungai right now, who's one of the biggest.
I mean, you can cherry pick positions, dog. I mean,
I could go this all day long. I could go. Okay, well, hold on. Let me finish. Give me 30 seconds. I will make a.
What Dave is saying? What Dave is saying, Pancho? I'm gonna let you finish, Dave. What Dave is saying? You can get a good value at running back.
We can get a starting QB in the 7th round at the last pick. Also, I mean, come on. I mean,
name Brock Purdy and Tom Brady. There's not many more than that. I could go name running backs all day.
I mean, we took Isaiah. We took Peyton Turner, Isaiah Foskey, and all these guys. You know, highly projected. And where we at now? I mean,
hear me out. 2009. Who was your lead back? And listen, I'm a fan of Reggie Bush. But your lead back was a guy that was barely, on the
Pierre Thomas.
Barely made the league.
Was so good, he should have won the Heisman.
And you had a guy who was picked number 2 overall several years before that in 2006 with Reggie Bush. So to me, I'm not hating on Reggie Bush. He was a big part of what we did with the Super Bowl, but Pierre Thomas was your guy. Like Kyle Monungai right now is going to be the lead back in the future probably for the Bears. It happens all the time, man. This is
you can get. Listen, Shane will tell you this. You can get the best running back, which they did last year. But if you ain't got a line in front of him to block for him,
that's why you got to go vet line.
Makes everything work. You can have an average running back with a great line and a great passing game and turn that guy into a constant.
We can keep throwing rookies on this offensive line, and Shucks is going to get his head knocked off, and you're going to see it's going to get ugly.
To work, Pancho. It's proven to work.
But Pancho, one more rookie.
You got two bookend tackles now. They both.
I'll say this to Pancho.
So you just said two guards. If you draft one and you sign one in free agency, that still leaves cap room to go get a decent receiver or something like that, or even a back if you wanted to. But I'm just saying, we just talked about the Harbaughs. What was the biggest thing that Jim Harbaugh did with the Chargers? Everybody said he's going to draft Malik Neighbors. No, he went and drafted Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Yep. When Joe Alt was out of the game this year when he was injured, the Chargers went downhill.
Look, Shane, we were just talking about that. Slater and Alt. Look how it changed. If Slater and Alt are playing, the Chargers might be playing right now.
I think they still are.
Here's my thing, and I agree. I actually agree with Pancho on the way I would do it. Is I think the Saints need a game breaker, and I think Love is a game breaker. I think he has a higher upside out of anybody you can get in free agency. But the question is, do you trust the Saints to draft an offensive lineman? Yes, they hit on Kelvin Banks, but they also missed on Penning. They missed. I mean, it's up in the air on Cesar Ruiz still, but there's been plenty of misses on that O line.
The last couple of they hit on their two tackles.
There you go. And look, I trust it based on who the head coach is now, Fernando. I trust these guys a lot more than I trusted Dennis Allen in the previous.
You got to trust that whole draft from last year.
Oh, I mean, we had an A+ draft. I mean, and look, dude, like you're saying, Fernando, I'm glad you make a good point. So, like, if he's Bijan Robinson or Saquon Barkley, who Kellen Moore got to see up close and personal, if he's anything that they feel that he could be those guys, you go ahead and pick him, and you go get an interior offensive lineman in the second round. I mean, look, you can nail a good interior guy in the second round as well. You know, I mean, the good thing is you have a top 10 defense. I'm not jumping up to go get a receiver. I know everybody wants a receiver because it's sexy. I'm happy with the receivers we've got. And we got a guy named Jalen Polk, who's a former second-round pick, who is very there's a lot of potential there. There's a guy that's proven, but there's still a verdict out there on this kid.
And Dave, I'm glad you said that. We have I don't know what Richie wants to do, but we got a video from Tyler Shuck on the Armstead,
we'll go ahead and we're gonna mute it.
Really? And he talks about Jalen Polk.
There you go.
Echo. But listen, we'll play it for everybody too. So just sit back and listen to it.
It's don't talk in the.
Yes, we don't want no echoes going on. Yeah, no. Yes, definitely don't want no echoes. Whoa, Fernando, where you got it at? I'm just with you. Y'all listen up.
You see his talent, you see his playmaking ability, but the masses don't necessarily. We haven't paid much attention to him. Who would you want to bring that attention to?
Yeah, that's tough because there's so many guys you don't know who necessarily we might add or leave, but at least for sure that I know that we're gonna ride with. I think the growth and expansion of Devon Vele and Jalen Polk as well. I think those guys have kind of been under the radar.
Yeah.
Vele obviously kind of as of late with his production and his catching ability. But Jay Polk, I mean, I see him watching film by himself when I'm in there, and he don't need to be there. He's not even playing right now. He's on IR. He's he's grinding, he's working every single day. I'm actually going fishing with him and John Lafitte on Monday. A couple of staff members, like we're shit like that.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be here. Same with Vela. He's like, I mean, one of the greatest dudes. That's why I feel like people don't understand. Like Mickey in the front office, like their vision. I feel like is kind of culminating. All these guys are not only like elite level players, but they're the right dudes in the building that like want to contribute.
Super important.
Want to be.
Yep. Says a lot, bro.
Wow.
Says a lot.
Wow.
Hey,
Hey, is your
we
receiver
were
room
just talking
set,
about
man?
him.
Is your wide receiver room set?
That's what we
And
talked about last
I'm
pod,
gonna
right?
throw this out there too, because Kerry Angelo just said put a good thing out there too. I know I mean, it's all up in the air or whatever in Philly, but you could probably give a 3rd round pick and get an AJ Brown in. You know what I'm saying? Reunite him with Kellen Moore. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
let me tell you what, me and Dave talked on the weekend.
Yeah.
This is a great thing to do too. And me and Fernando, I think we talked about it. We saying go draft a guard, and I'm not disagreeing with Pancho, but let me tell you what, they could also get the best tackle available in this draft and move Fuaga inside to guard, which they've
Good
talked
point.
about
Yeah.
before.
That's a phenomenal point, and I'm gonna be real. That's that would be a great idea. You know what I'm saying? But it all circles back to, if you don't have a good interior D line, if you don't have a good offensive line, you're steady going to be chasing the cart after the carriage. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Shane.
And,
Go ahead. My bad. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just saying, because it doesn't matter who you bring in at running back. And Ashton Jeanty is a great one. He's a phenomenal running back. I wish he could have hit 1,000 yards. It would have been phenomenal for him in his rookie year. But for him to get that close to 1,000 with the offensive line that we have in Las Vegas is saying something in itself. You know what I'm saying? So, fix the necessities first.
Yes.
You know what
I
I'm
think that video also showed the chemistry that Chuck is building with his players.
Oh,
his
1,000%.
teammates.
It's
I mean, this
beautiful,
guy,
man.
listen,
It's a
we can
beautiful
say what we
thing.
want, and no Pancho wants to see more, and I get it. Trust me, we all want to see more.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what, character-wise, the Saints hit big on this guy.
And look, I watched that entire video, and earlier in the video, Chuck talks about how, in the middle of the season, he reached out to Drew, talked to Drew a good bit, and now he's taking the whole wide receiver group. They're going to San Diego, and Drew's supposed to be a part of that too. Like, he's doing all the right things that you're supposed to do as a young quarterback, and he's reaching out to the right people. I mean, he's just doing the thing.
Great point.
Yeah, there's nothing fluky about what this kid did. He's the real deal, man.
Touching on that, that's probably one of the best things that came with Chuck, because I know we all ragged on him a little bit, but because of his age and everything coming out and stuff like that, but he still is a young man. And let's be real. He's a young man, but he's a more mature young man than the 22-year-olds that are coming out. You don't have to worry about teaching him the small things, the little details that are going to make a team successful.
TJ Finley's 25, bro.
Jesus. And listen, I said it a long time ago. You got to give me credit. Olave is about to get paid.
Hey, Tyler Shuck elevated that guy a little bit. Let's be real.
Wait, what's Shane? What I said? What's Shane?
Look, he's a wide receiver one. He's a wide receiver one.
Hey, Shane, before I lose track of this real quick, you made a good point about, we talk about the draft. Everybody wants the sexy wide receivers. Everybody wants the playmakers. But you made a point, you were in the middle of talking about that earlier, that if you have that interior offensive line, if you have those tackles, all right, it opens up the entire playbook, which we probably didn't see in the second half with Chuck because of how bad the interior was without Eric McCoy, with Cesar Ruiz's struggles. If you solidify that position, imagine what the playbook that Kellen Moore can create at that point. You know what I mean?
100%.
I think Tyler Shuck, to me, look, I mean, we like Richie made the point earlier, Fernando, Pancho, we all talked about it. Audric Estime looked good. There was times when Juwan Johnson all of a sudden looks like a top 5 tight end. Olave's elevated. He elevated all these guys with his play, but imagine what he could do once he gets a full arsenal of weapons and that offensive line allows him to sit back and, scan the field even more so. And you have a running game to back it. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. And you have a great offensive-minded head coach like Kellen Moore. I really do think he's a phenomenal head coach. I really do. Because you look at the teams, just throwing it out there, Kansas City, I know this year it was down, you know what I'm saying? But you look at coaches like the Andy Reids and these guys that have a really good offensive mindset. look, the first thing they have to do is make sure that line is there, because if the quarterback doesn't have time, that playbook is null and void.
I mean, isn't it the biggest downfall for the Chiefs in Europe? I mean, to me, that's one of the things I look at the most. Everybody talks about Kelsey falling off, lack of a running game. It's the offensive line, to me, going from elite to like bottom barrel.
Shane, I don't know if you were comparing the two. I don't think you were comparing the two, but I never thought about now. And now that you made me think about it, I think Kellen Moore has a very similar demeanor to Andy Reid as well. Being, not to mention being offensive minded.
When you look at Kellen Moore's offense, he's good with a stable quarterback. Okay, because he had that in Philly. Jalen Hurts was a decent quarterback with Kellen Moore. Once Kellen Moore leaves, what did Jalen Hurts look like? You know what I mean? It's like a night and day difference. And Tyler Shuck, I think
even Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, no, exactly. And a big thing with the Eagles is Saquon Barkley had a down year. What happened? Lane Johnson was hurt most of the year. Their offensive line, they lost some pieces and things like that. So
listen, people don't say this. Dak Prescott had one of his best seasons under Kellen Moore.
100% he did. As an offensive-minded head coach, I would put Kellen Moore right there with Sean McVay.
But he's not. But he's the quiet. I call him the quiet. I was the one. Listen, I'll be the first one to say I was completely wrong, because I was calling.
What'd you call him, nerd? A nerd.
Richie's calling the guy a dork. Say he invented Scrabble and shit.
It was crazy. But I will tell you this: he is I'm calling him now the quiet storm. That's what I'm calling him.
You were ragging on for drinking his 40 ounces of Yoo-hoo on the weekends and hanging out on his lawn chair.
I'm so glad I was wrong on that one. That's for sure.
Now, we were all, look, Richie, it didn't start. Look, I'll say this, guys. How good does it feel to be excited about Saints football? Because the way this year started, the way last year ended, the way the previous few years were, it was just like a shit show. And we had so much to talk about. Now we're talking about, hey, this team could win the division next year. So it's a great feeling, man, to have that.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, look, and you're right there with it, Dave.
We don't have a definitive need in the draft. We don't need a left tackle or a quarterback or edge.
Listen, make sure. Listen,
that
you need guards. You need a running back.
No. But I'm saying you don't.
You need some ends over there. You need a young tight end.
You don't have a desperate need like you had.
We need a tight end.
A lot of needs in this.
A young tight end, yeah. Juwan Johnson. I mean,
hey, Juwan. Hey, look, I apologize to Juwan 52 times in the past few weeks. Juwan is the man, bro. I'm just saying. I still go call the Raiders about Michael Mayer because I don't think they're going to keep him.
Is in the building.
Shane, that's a guy I want from you guys, man. Michael Mayer, man. I don't think y'all
I'm going to tell you, Michael Mayer would do very well on the Saints. I really do believe
that, man.
He's a good tight end. He's a good blocker. He's an overall. He's a good tight end.
When we go steal Atlanta's tight end, go get him.
He'll be out there.
Yeah, he will.
Hey, no way.
He's gonna get paid, though. He's gonna get paid.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys. Unfortunately, we gotta get it. We gotta cut it short and sweet tonight. But we almost hit the full team. We'll get Darren back in soon. Everybody keeps asking about him. Darren's been off on MMA, whatever I want to do, whatever he wants to do.
Darren is he's our Verizon carrier right now. Verizon was out all day yesterday, so.
Oh yeah, he's been going through it. He's been balling them damn crawfish, dog. I know that. Need to bring someone else.
Yeah, he has.
Well, listen, we're gonna probably moving forward, guys, just to keep everybody up to speed. It won't be all of us all the time, of course, but we try to bring. We will come on at least once a month with everybody on. But during the off season, we're gonna do more shows during the week.
More shows.
We're gonna do more content for everybody, because we appreciate everybody coming in and sharing and all that too.
Richie, we're gonna flood it with shows, dude. We're gonna hit it like Chase Young, dude. Rushing y'all with shows, bro.
Yeah, and then we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Kind of like Zion with the OnlyFans models.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah.
We gotta hit on some Lane Kiffin in that portal. That's crazy.
By the way, the number. Actually, yes, that's another. We're gonna jump on that next week. But listen, guys.
Yeah.
Before we real quick, I don't want to dive into it. Who y'all got going in the NFC moving forward? Real quick.
Who wants to start this?
I'll start it. And out of the NFC, I've got Seattle.
Okay, you got Seattle representing the NFC.
Yeah.
Dave, you agree?
It's hard, man. I could make a case for all of them, but Seattle, they're going to be tough at home, man.
Pancho?
Man, I don't like Seattle. I would probably give more 49ers, maybe. I know they got some injuries over there.
Fernando.
Oh, I'm glad Poncho said that. I thought I was gonna be the only one. I like the Niners too.
I'm going Chicago Bears.
Good. Hey, Rich, I don't hate it, Rich. I don't
Let
hate
me
it.
ask this question. So even
Of
with
course I am.
even with Kittle being injured, y'all staying
That's
49.
a hell of a point, Shane. I think that they don't have enough weapons to me, man. I worry about
That's
that.
what I mean. I
Like
kind of
Purdy,
said that, but Shanahan just puts people in the right places, man.
Best
It's
coach,
Fred Warner
coach of the
playing.
year.
That's a
Coach of the
question.
year. I gave Shanahan shit, and I think Shanahan's coach of the year. I do.
Hey, Richie, I've been trying to preach about Kyle, bro.
All right, AFC. I know Dave's going with. I ain't even gotta say it.
No, but I gotta say this. That game is a heartbreaker. I hate the fact that game's happening because I want to see somebody whip Houston's ass. Sorry, Chris, but Buffalo and Denver, man, that's like seeing your two children joust each other or something. You know what I mean?
Why you was rooting for Sean Payton?
Yeah, I like Sean, bro. I'm riding with Sean all day, and I love Josh Allen.
All right, Dave, you gotta pick one. Who you got?
Richie hates Sean, bro. He fucking quit on his team. You remember that?
How about Brandon? By the way, he had a great game.
Dave, I'm assuming you're going with the Bills, right?
I'm gonna say the Bills. This is the year for Josh
All right,
Allen.
Poncho,
I'm taking
who
the
you
Bills
got?
to win it
Go
all.
with your boy,
Dude.
Sean.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I want to see Josh Allen win it, bro. But like Shane says, if you lose, I mean, we in the head coaching category.
Shane, who you got?
Give me New England.
Whoa,
There it is.
Fernando, who you
Ain't
got?
a bold
Hey, I'm with
take,
Shane.
man, but
New England.
hey, why
Listen,
not?
here's my
at this
thoughts, and
point?
whether I dislike him or not, I still appreciate everything Sean Payton did for the city of New Orleans and New Orleans Saints. I want to say that first. But that being said, I don't care what nobody says. Bias is bias. You give me 2 games Sean Payton's got to put together to go to the Super Bowl, I'll take that all day long. Denver Broncos are going back to the Super Bowl.
Here we go.
Hey Richie, I got a request.
Yes, sir.
Share the podcast.
We need some boy jaw. Hey, you need
Hey,
boy
dude,
jaws and
I think
meatloaf.
somebody's gonna break in my house in the next like 20 minutes and make sure I share this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Richie's got a request for the DJ show. DJ show, man. We need some meatloaf.
Fucking
Dave's
meatloaf.
favorite.
You know what happens when they get played, bro.
Yeah, Dave's favorite meatloaf, man.
That was some good party. 20-minute song, dude. 20 minutes.
Sharing is caring. That's about right.
Sharing is caring, Poncho. You better make sure of that. All right, fellas, let's get out of here, man. Thank y'all for joining, everybody. Thank y'all. We out of here, guys. Thank y'all.
All right,
Timmy T's up next, bro. Timmy T.